Hello, you know who it is. So, I talked about a lot of stuff so far, but I kind of want to get back into the perception of hypergamy, right? For years I've been noticing a lot about it, watching videos by a lot of different people. I don't know if whatever they say is true, really. But the cool thing is that, interesting thing is that supposedly, in their perspective, a lot of people's perspective, mostly men, some girls, that there's a sexual marketplace value that that women look towards based on the likelihood of what they like, what they're intrigued with, like men of social or higher value in a sense. Because they date higher, supposedly men date lower, and men look for girls that can cook, can clean, all that simple stuff. Kind of what we've been into for the past. But the different thing here is that men, women are after, in a way, like, are after, men with high social value that has probably a lot of friends, probably is rich, probably has a skill somewhere or funny. These are just small little things that make a woman love a guy, or at least feel gravitated by him. And I don't really like the perspective of gratifying perspective. Like you're a magnet and you attract people. I don't see it that way. Again, I see every person as equal to each other in different ways, obviously, like how there's equity and liberty and all this sort of stuff. Pursuit of happiness kind of thing that we all have, in a way, in this country. And it's kind of weird and strange how there's never been a description of or idea of relationship dysphoria, and how you don't want to play that part that you're always playing as a man. You see different types of man values. They're not all the same. Very, very different from archetypes. And this dysphoria connects more with the realer perspective of who you are. It's more real than just assigning yourself as an alpha, omega, delta, beta, alpha, sigma, all those type of stuff that you're just faking it till you make it, or just using it as a placeholder so you can like what is the word like compensate, right? That's it. Like you're compensating over what you don't have to become something different. And obviously some people will like it, because some people see, I don't believe there's all a fake. Nobody's really fake, really. It's like people have the opportunity to hide themselves, because sometimes we have to hide different parts of ourselves. We don't really show who we really are. But one area of your life is not who you really are. There's multiple areas in life where you are, and you can't live all of it at once. You have to kind of focus on different ways of thinking. So I'll talk about a little bit of my experiences with hypergamy and love. I used to like girls back in the day, like get obsessed and feel like they were the love of my life or soulmate when I was in high school. And it was problematic because I would get my heart broken and I would learn a lot. But when I got my heart broken, all those times I would teach me lessons that I wouldn't see until I was like 20 or 21. And I started to learn about confidence and not caring what people thought, and just focusing on the humbling nature of self-improvement. And I know the idea of self-improvement is kind of whack, because you're trying to always become a better version of yourself, and you're basically playing the game of hypergamy for the other person to find you. You're just playing their game. Do you always want to play this game? It's not the same, but there's always different interpretations of the game that we're playing from men and women's side, or the transgender side, or different perceptions of like. See, that's why we need more like ideas of what we see as men, not just one idea of who we are as men, because we get fixated on trying to be a man, but we don't focus on different attributes. We don't create more personality from these different. It's kind of like acting in a way. You act a different part, but you're actually being that part. That's a part of you. And women probably do this too, I'm not sure. But the women are really good at hiding their inherent nature, hiding in plain sight when they even wear revealing stuff. Men don't really do that. I don't know if we're more vulnerable in a different way, but we can take off our shirt, we can wear shorts, we can walk in sandals, we can have our hair messed up, stuff. But continuing on this talk about hypergamy, it's a struggle that is quite irritating, because you're always after something different and better. You're always after the best, and it's going to disappoint you because you'll never get the person that you truly want, because you're going to always want more or different stuff, new environments and stuff. For men, we usually settle down for the woman that we want, but sometimes we cheat, sometimes we go after a different woman. So I guess, in a way, hypergamy is on both parts. I wouldn't say, like, it's irritating. I try to come up with the idea of central hypergamy, but that's just a neutral kind of perspective, and people would think neutral is basically, like, not important because you don't take a side, but you actually inherently have. It's not all gray, it's not all black, white, and gray. It's a little colorful, this path, this feeling. Do you feel that? Do you feel that nature? Do you feel that great feeling that you feel like you know what you're gonna do? You know what's gonna happen in a way? It's beautiful when you can hone on and have that perception. Now, in the future, I will have a girl in my life, probably. Who knows? I'm not going to focus on it too much. I want to focus more on my goals and making videos and getting not better, but aesthetically pleasing, and make a little bit of change. Not the mainstream way of change, just my own way that I've made for myself. And, yeah, everybody just have a good time. Don't overthink things. Don't take my words all that seriously, but actually have some seriousness while thinking that way. And sometimes you get a kind of reminder in your mind. You're like, you actually did something great once, but you don't remember completely. But you will. And concentrate, feel, not nature, not spirituality, not materialistic. Feel that. Is it silence that you hear? I don't know. I'm not trying to be philosophical. Just think you get a different way, I guess. But it's important to always have alternatives, to think of alternatives for what you're going to do with your life, not just focus on one meandering goal. But even if you do, you'll probably accomplish it, but you won't know what's next. But usually people that have a successful life, their next goal is socializing and being part of the social dominant, social recessiveness, part of the thing around them, So, video's about to end. Subscribe, comment, and keep in touch, because there will be more ahead, and this is new content also for my Facebook. So yeah, this is great. I love talking. All I gotta say is have a good time and see ya.